While plowing a potato field in 1921, a 14-year-old Mormon boy named Philo T. Farnsworth began to think about an idea that would change the world. He wanted to send moving pictures over the air, like sound over radio. On September 7, 1927, he transmitted the first image with his newly invented camera tube, a simple, straight line. But it was the first step in the development of what Farnsworth would call television. Not 10 years later, RCA-NBC made the first public TV broadcast, and 10 years after that, television was catching fire with the American consumer. And now, in the year 2018, TV has been made obsolete, replaced by the very thing you're watching right now. This is not TV. This is not HBO. This is HQ. The future is here, folks, in your hands at this very moment. And it's a little more Semitic looking than you might have imagined. But right now, you are about to witness a grand event. Right now, we are doing a very special Emmy Night edition of HQ Trivia, the live mobile game show where you answer questions to win cash. Welcome one and all to the main event. I am the Handmaid's host, happier than Donnie Most, your Emmy nominee, Scott, not Michael Che, Rogowski. Yeah, baby, a.k.a. Brian Tyree Henry, a.k.a. Vanessa Kirby, a.k.a. William H. Macy, on the clock and ready to rock with a special game presented by Tarjay, who are elevating the everyday, bringing style and fun to the way you work, live, and play, making this Monday feel like a Friday, because on this Monday night, we are making Quistory with our biggest single payout ever. And there are over 800,000 HQties bearing witness in this to win this, including Nia Massage, Aaron Kramer and his dad John, Corey Heilig, who became HQ's 408,000 follower on Twitter. Yeah. Happy birthdays to OG HQD Rhiannon, Kim Carranza, Dan's girlfriend Diane, Brittany's dad Jim, Snippy Chicken's wife Chrissy turning 50, and twins Sophie and Bryce Krause celebrating their B'nai Mitzvah this weekend. Mazel tov from the Quiz Daddy to the kids of the Scrub Daddy. Why is this night different from all other nights? On all the nights, I ask 12 or 15 questions, and whoever answers them all splits the pot of gold at the end of the quiz. $5,000, sometimes $25,000. But tonight, there won't be 12 questions. There won't be 15 questions. There could be 20 or 30 or 40, because tonight, I won't stop asking until there's one person left standing. And the brainiac who emerges victorious won't be splitting the pot. No, sir-iana. Tonight, that one winner will be walking away with the entirety of our $100,000 cash prize. That's 100,000 David Harbors, 100,000 Donald Glovers, 100,000 US dollars. That's life-changing money for about 6 months. I mean, it's enough to bump you up into the next tax bracket, at least. We asked you on Twitter what you would spend your $100,000 on. Someone wanted to blow it all on a weekend trip to Vegas. Kevin would swim in a room full of gold coins. Classic. Scrooge McDuck. Jenna said she'd buy an RV and travel the country. With gas prices these days, you can maybe get to Tulsa. A bunch of people said they'd buy a private island. Perhaps a small iceberg off the northern coast of Greenland. A lot of you want to pay off your student loans. I hear that. Alan said he would buy me a monkey with his money. Alan, I am rooting for you. JP wrote Pac-Man, Carne Asada, and Phil Collins tickets. Pretty sure you can accomplish all that for about $70. This is $100,000, people, going to one person. Dream big. You can actually buy love and happiness for that kind of dough. Which is why I'm announcing that I, Scott Rogowski, am resigning from host of HQ, effective immediately, so that I may play tonight. I can't? Contract? Contract, smontract. You're making me give away $100,000. This is insane. All right, fine. But you guys got to buy me a Chipwich. Okay, deal. Do you guys have an extra life at the ready tonight? Yeah? Extra lives keep you in the game if you get a question wrong. You can only use one tonight, and only up to question 15. After that, you're on your own, Jack. A couple other housekeeping notes. If nobody is left winning $100,000, if everybody gets it wrong tonight, we're doing the game over. 15 questions for $100,000. So keep your phones close. New questions, still about TV. So that's what happens if nobody wins. I know some of you are asking. If you're annoyed or distracted by the chat scrolling by, just swipe it to the right and poof, it's gone. If someone calls you during the game tonight, it could ruin your chance at answering a question. So put that phone in do not disturb mode. You do not want any disturbances, no disturbances, just you, me, your eyes on that $100,000 prize. Have you written your acceptance speech? It's an honor to be nominated, but screw honor. You want to win. Take a deep breath, find your center. You got this. And now for the highlight of the evening, best film to video transfer. No, it's time to get down to the quizzes at hand. With over $850,000, 850,000 people on the line for $100,000. I've got the time if you got the inclination, so let's get down to the nitty-gritty. Let's get this show on the road. Numero uno. Who is the father of the titular family in The Simpsons? Young Sheldon, Homer, or Chandler Bond? I'm all gussied up tonight, baby. Breaking out the tux. The Simpsons. 89 nominations, 32 wins, more Emmys than any other American show. Fourth most all-time among all shows. Marge, Lisa, Bart, Maggie, and Papa Homer have been holding it down at 742 Evergreen Terrace in Springfield for nearly 30 seasons. 830,494 of you getting this one right. Shout out all my favorite Simpsons writers: Swartzwelder, George Meyer, Alan Mike, James L. Brooks, Sam Simon, Matt Groening, Jay and Wally, Vinny, all of you. I love you. Love this show. Cute too. Target's Bull Terrier mascot, Bullseye, is what kind of animal? Dog, woolly mammoth, or Komodo dragon? Yes. Target is putting up the money. Thank you, Target. Woolly mammoths tend to be difficult to train for commercial acting because they've been extinct for about 4,000 years. But you probably recognize White Dog with its distinctive red and white coloring. Yeah? That's Bullseye. That is Bullseye the dog, the Bull Terrier, 811,310. Hitting the bullseye here tonight. By the way, you're not going to win one of these if you win. No. This is an Emmy that I bought at Target. You want the money. Q3. Which of these Jennifers won an acting Emmy for her work on the sitcom Friends? Jennifer Garner, Jennifer Jason Leigh, or Jennifer Aniston? Thanks to its revival on streaming services and the podcast Meet My Friends, The Friends, this is still one of the most popular shows in the world, with a whole new generation falling in love with Ross, Rachel, Joey, Phoebe, Monica, and Chandler, and Gunther, and Marcel. It was Rachel, played by Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston's your answer here, 794,362. I'll be there for you. You'll be there for Q4. Which TV show opened with the bluesy song called Woke Up This Morning? The Sopranos, Seinfeld, or Rugrats? Man, are you guys ready for this game? I mean, this is going to be a marathon tonight, baby. Nothing slaps like that Jonathan Waltz composed Seinfeld theme. That's more funky than bluesy. Woke Up This Morning comes courtesy of UK band Alabama 3 and was inspired by a real-life crime, so it's fitting that it opened every episode of The Sopranos. 430,844 of you are made HQties tonight. We did lose over 370,000. Wow, at Q4. Oof. Perhaps you have an extra life to keep you in. Q5. Which of these Emmy-winning comedies famously features money kept in a banana stand? Arrested Development, Will and Grace, or Everybody Loves Raymond? What a wild ride this show has been on, from stair cars to disappearing yachts. It first aired on Fox in 2003, canceled in 2006, then re-released on Netflix with new season in 2013. They're on their 5th season now. For Arrested Development fans, it's always comforting to remember
there's always money in the banana stand! No touch! No touch!
Always money in the banana stand. Arrested Development is your answer. 432,938. Joining the Bluth family at Q6. You come at the king you best not miss is a famous quote from what TV show? The Wire, Mad Men, or Frasier? It wouldn't be an Emmy edition of HQ if we didn't talk about perhaps the greatest Emmy snub of all time. Despite being beloved by critics, scholars, and fans, The Wire never took home a trophy, never even nominated for Outstanding Drama. What a shanda! It's an outrage! The Wire is your answer here at Q6 and 219,966. Headed to Hamsterdam. We did lose 200,000 plus of you there. Ouchie, wowie. Q7, San Junipero and USS Callister are Emmy-winning episodes of what sci-fi show? Black Mirror, Doctor Who, or Stranger Things? Now, Charlie Brooker opened his 2006 BBC series Screenwipe by saying, "I'm probably well on my way to being the worst TV presenter you've ever seen." I disagree, but in 2011 he stepped behind the camera, creating a kind of Twilight Zone for the digital age, Black Mirror, warning of the dangers brought on by the evolution of tech in the near future? I don't know anything about that. 169,340 teen of you looking into the mirror tonight, seeing a potential winner, a potential $100,000 winner. One of you could do it. Q8. In Breaking Bad, Walter White takes his criminal pseudonym from what? Famed physicist, wife's favorite color, or Albuquerque Park? Albuquerque. We met him as a mild-mannered high school chemistry teacher and family man. By the end of the series, he'd become a ruthless criminal mastermind and murderer, using the alias Heisenberg, an homage to Werner Heisenberg, a German physicist and pioneer of quantum mechanics. 160,602 of you. You are the ones who knock. And you're knocking on the door at Q9. Which show was co-created by a New York Times journalist? Silicon Valley, Ballers, or Billions? I'm taking a sip. I'm going to need it tonight, baby. A lot of questions on HQ tonight. He's the pride of Scarsdale High School. Andrew Ross Sorkin, no relation to Aaron. He co-created the Showtime show after years of following the finance world for the Gray Lady and penning Too Big to Fail, itself adapted into an HBO movie. Andrew's made millions, but his show is called Billions. Damian Lewis, Paul Giamatti, 90,969 could be starring in a show called Hundreds of Thousands. Or 100,000. Q10. What was the first streaming drama to win an Emmy for Outstanding Drama Series? House of Cards, The Handmaid's Tale, or Transparent? How about just Thousands? That's the name of your show. Thousands. Although House of Cards was the first streamer to be nominated for an Emmy, the dystopian drama based on Margaret Atwood's 1985 novel, The Handmaid's Tale, became the first to win the coveted award all the way back in 2017. Oh, boy, Alberto! Ouchie, wowie, oh, the HQ humanity. We have savagery striking here at Q10. Yes, sirree, Bobby Weir. This is a savage question. 15,911 left. We lost nearly 100,000 of you in one fell swoop. I hope some of you have some extra lives ready for Q11, because if you do, you're still in this thing. But otherwise, we have 15,911 at Q11. Give it me, baby. What character did not appear in the Seinfeld pilot? Jerry, Elaine, or George? Over 800,000 started the game. We're down to 15,911. The pilot was the chronic What Culls of Seinfeld. The Seinfeld Chronicles. That's what they called it. It aired on NBC on July 5th, 1989. It was supposed to be a one-off. The critics loved it. Rick Ludwin saved it. The episode opens with Jerry and George, Jason Alexander standing in for Larry David. Michael Richards was the goofy neighbor Kessler, renamed Kramer, but there was no Elaine. It was Claire the waitress. And look at this. A lot of you did have extra lives. Now we're at 30,038. Hello, Newman. Hello, all of you at Q12 tonight. The Emmy Award gets its name from what? Part of a TV camera, co-founder of NBC, or the first winner? They give awards nowadays very peculiar names. A lot of funny names like Grammys, Tonys, Oscars. Emmy is a feminization of IMI, which was a nickname for the image orthicon tube, a common part of the TV camera in the early days. Yes, they made television possible, and they named the award after that. Emmy, IMI, 11,702 saying gimme Q13. Oh, I'll do it right here, baby. The co-creator of which show got their big break on YouTube? Stranger Things, The Mindy Project, or Insecure? Watch this show on HBO? Before she secured her HBO deal, Issa Rae was showing us the misadventures of an awkward black girl on YouTube. Is she still feeling insecure now that she's a TV star with 2 million Instagram followers? Probably. I know the feeling. Success doesn't change you. 6,953 of you are secure in your knowledge about television tonight. One question closer to $100,000, Q14. Besides Sam Malone, who was the last character in the bar in the series finale of Cheers? Diane, Cliff, or Norm? 90 million people tuned in for this finale. The last non-Sam character you see is an unnamed person who knocks on the door, causing Sam to say the final line, "Sorry, we're closed." The last other character inside the bar is Norm!
Think about it, Sam.
You can never be unfaithful to your one true love. You always come back to her. The great George Wendt. The great Wendt! 4,492. Cheers in Q15 tonight. Stranger Things was first developed under what name? Montauk, Barb's Friends, or 11? Remember, folks, Extra Lives no longer work now. At Q15 here, you had them up to this point. No safety net. There's a $100,000 prize waiting for possibly one of the 4,492 of you left at Q15. Now, this show was originally going to take place at a breezy beach town, but once producers saw how expensive, cold, and miserable it was going to be to film, the show setting changed from Montauk to rural Indiana, and the title changed with it. 2,408. Strange days indeed. This could be the day you win $100K. You're reaching for an Eggo and Q16. Who was the first black woman to get an Emmy nomination for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series? Viola Davis, Kerry Washington, or Debbie Allen? The Emmys happening on that big box in your room right now. The first black female winner was Viola Davis for How to Get Away with Murder in 2015. When Kerry Washington was nominated for Scandal in 2013, she was the first black woman nominated since Debbie Allen. Way back in '82 for Fame. I'm gonna live forever. 785 of you got this one. You're living for another question tonight. Q17. The person credited with coining the term EGOT won which award? Emmy, Grammy, or neither? There are only 15 members in this club. I wish I had a spinning bow tie. Wasn't really a thing, this EGOT thing. Wasn't really a thing until Tracy Morgan's character in 30 Rock obsessed about winning an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony, wearing the EGOT necklace once owned by Miami Vice co-star Philip Michael Thomas, who coined the phrase, but won none of them. Neither. Not an Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, or a Tony for Philip Michael Thomas, and 616 of you knew that one. You're that much closer to winning our Emmy in the form of cash money. I just want to keep showing off that Emmy. I've never been this close to an Emmy. Q18. A guest appearance on The Big Bang Theory led which of these actors to his first acting Emmy win? Christopher Lloyd, Leonard Nimoy, or Bob Newhart? Isn't life funny? This guy was a groundbreaking stand-up comic in the late 50s, starred in 4 eponymous TV shows over the ensuing decades. But Bob Newhart did not win his first Emmy until 2013 for guesting on The Big Bang Theory as Professor Proton. 340 of you left after that one. You have a buttoned-up mind for trivia, and you're getting Q19. Which character from The X-Files won its actor an Emmy? Scully, Mulder, or neither? Oh, another neither question. Trust no one except yourself. Unless you don't know the answer, then don't trust yourself either. If you were skeptical that it would be Special Agent Fox Mulder winning David Duchovny the award, you were right. Gillian Anderson took home the award in '97 for portraying Special Agent Dana Scully. 153 of you knew that one. We're down to 153 after over 800,000 began the game. The truth is out there, folks. And so is that $100,000 prize. Here's Q20. Which of these shows explored virtual reality in an episode? Murder, She Wrote, Murphy Brown, or The Golden Girls? 300,000 HQDs watching to see what happens here. Yeah, this is riveting. It's probably more exciting than watching Marvelous Mrs. Maisel win again, right? These are all vintage shows. Only one was truly ahead of its time on tech. When Jessica Fletcher wasn't busy combating the absurdly high murder rate in Cabot Cove, Maine, she was helping a Silicon Valley company with their virtual reality murder mystery. Murder, She Wrote. It's murder. 73. Just 73 HQDs left after that one. She may have written murder. I'm writing Q21 right now. What category was not included in the one-time only Super Emmy ceremony? Director of the Year, Actress of the Year, or Series of the Year? I need another sip. My Marco Rubio moment. The Super Emmy was a super disaster. In 1974, the TV Academy decided to pick comedies versus dramas, miniseries versus telefilms in super categories. There were winners for actors, directors, and writers, but not for overall series. Series of the year was not included. Oh mama, 22. Just 22 of you left after question 21. 22 after 800,000 plus of you started the game. $100,000 prize is on the line. By the way, Alan Alda and Mary Tyler Moore, they complained about that Super Emmy and the Emmys that never happened again. But you know what's happening again? This quiz. More questions. Q23. Which of these was the last legal drama to win an Emmy for an outstanding drama series? The Good Wife, The Practice, or Law and Order? We are down to 22 players on question 23. Haven't been here in a while, folks. This is approaching uncharted territory. Law and Order actually only won one Emmy for outstanding drama series in their 240 years on television. That was back in 1997. The Good Wife saw Juliana Margulies win twice for Best Actress. But this question asks about the show, not the actors. And The Practice was the last pure legal drama to win in 98 and 99 and 12 of you. The Dirty Dozen. 12 HQTs left after Q23. Huh. Practice? We talking about practice? Yeah, you're talking about The Practice. You knew The Practice. But are you ready for the game? This could be the game. The game could be decided here, folks. We're down to that few people. There could be one person left at Q24. Or maybe nobody gets this right, and we do this again in about 15, 20 minutes, all right? Q24. Which of these talented actresses has been nominated for a Primetime Emmy? Lauren Graham, Mila Kunis, or Patricia Richardson? There are only so many nominations to give out, so there are bound to be some snubs. We started with nearly 1 million players, and we're down to 12. Who's going to get snubbed, and who's taking home that prize? The Gilmore Girls and That 70s Show were both massive hits, but no award show glory for the leads Lauren and Mila. No, don't cry for them. They both made boatloads of money. But Patricia Richardson received 4 nominations for her work on Home Improvement, Jill Taylor, and now there were 8. Oh, then there were 8. The Elite 8. 8 feeling great at Q24. Fans of Home Improvement, you've gotten so far tonight. You've answered 24 questions correctly consecutively. The odds of that are kind of ridiculous. Can you answer 25? Can you stay alive at Q25 for $100,000? We could see it right here. Which of these phrases was spoken on the first Star Trek TV series to be broadcast? Beam me up, Scotty. Beam us up, Scotty. Or Scotty, beam us up. Talking to me? You talking to me? I'm Scotty. I'm Scotty. No, the actor who played Scotty on Star Trek, James Doohan, titled his autobiography, Beam Me Up, Scotty. But guess what? That exact phrase was never spoken in Star Trek. For $100,000, Scotty, beam us up is your answer, and now we have 7. We lost 1 who did not answer in time. 7 were not fooled by the Mandela effect. It does not affect you. Scotty, beam us up was what was actually said. The mighty 7 left there, the significant 7, the magnificent 7, Mickey Mantle in the game for Q26, $100,000. You're living long and prospering. Can you make it this far? Q26. What series had the greatest number of performers win Emmys for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy? The Golden Girls, Cheers, or Sex and the City? Oh mama, $100K. It could be your day. One of the magnificent 7 here. From 86 to 88, 3 of the 4 leads on this show won an Emmy. First, Betty White, then Rue McClanahan, then B. Arthur. No love for Estelle Getty, but a lot of love for the Golden Girls, and a lot of love for our final 4 contenders left in the game here. Oh my goodness. Remember, if nobody answers the next question correctly, there's a chance that could happen. If nobody answers correctly, we are doing a new game, 15 new questions in a matter of moments. So stay close by your phone. But right now, we're down to 4 H-Cuties. Lou Gehrig, 4. I got to know all the Yankee numbers. 4, even though I'm a Mets fan. 4 players left at Q27 for $100,000. Which person has not been Emmy nominated for playing a character who shares his real last name? John Larroquette, Matt LeBlanc, or Larry David? Not been nominated. That means 2 of them have, and 1 has not. Whew! $100,000. $100,000. Say it. $100,000. Could be happening. Could be given away to someone right here. I think we've never gotten to Q27. We've never gone past Q27. We did this once before or twice before, and we got to Q27. We're at the breaking point here. Larry David. Larry is pretty good as Larry David in Curb Your Enthusiasm. And Matt LeBlanc was nominated for playing Matt LeBlanc in Episodes. But while John Larroquette was nominated for the John Larroquette Show, he played a character called John Hemingway, and it's a farewell to arms for the 2 of you who answered Matt LeBlanc. But the sun also rises, and so does question 28 for the final 2 H-Cuties left after nearly 1 million of you started this game, down to 2. Derek Jeter, the captain. Again, I'm a Mets fan, but why? I just know this stuff. Q28, this is uncharted territory. We are blazing a new path in HQ. We've never asked 28 consecutive questions. I might pass out. Q28 for the final 2. Audrey Hepburn's EGOT included getting an Emmy for a documentary about what? Prison reform, ballet, or gardening? And yeah, that is a hard question. That is a Q28 for you. Audrey Hepburn. Documentary? What? If she did a documentary about any of these things, I'd say, well, that's very interesting. I had no idea. And I didn't have any idea until I looked at this answer earlier. I said, what about Breakfast at Tiffany's? Audrey Hepburn. You know Audrey Hepburn. She won her Oscar, not for that movie, but for 1953's Roman Holiday. Won a Tony for Undine, a Broadway play. She won a Grammy for a spoken word album for children. What didn't this woman do? And Audrey Hepburn won an Emmy for co-narrating the 1993 documentary about gardening called Gardens of the World. For $100,000, we have a winner. We got one winner, baby! You can put it on the board! Yes! One winner, 1 player standing after 28 consecutive questions. That's Brilly PZ without an avatar. Maybe the $100,000 you can buy cosmetic surgery if that's why you're so worried about putting your face on your thing. But hey, I don't know, whatever it is, you're a ghost, but you're now a richer ghost, a much wealthier ghost avatar person. You did it, buddy. Man or woman, I don't know who you are. Brilly PZ, I can't make anything from that. You win Best HQD. What can I tell you? Most outstanding. 28 questions. Jeez, you can poke an eye out with this thing. 28 questions. The odds are like 1 in 18 trillion that you did it. You did it somehow. I want to know the story. I might be calling you up later and asking you how you spend that money and following up and maybe bumming some money off of you. And we'll figure it out. We'll go to dinner. You can pay. It's cool. Guys, what a night. We did it. We gave away $100,000 to 1 person. Thank you, Target, for making that possible. Thank you all for joining in to this historic, quizstoric telecast, streaming, broadcast, wherever this is. I've been Scott Rogowski. You've been a wonderful audience. Tomorrow we are live again, 3 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'm taking off a couple nights in observance of Yom Kippur. That's right, I'm the Sandy Koufax of live mobile gaming. If you're fasting Gemar Tov, I'll see you all Thursday night. Until then, I remain yours, signing off with the immortal words of Emmy winner Merritt Weaver. I gotta go. Bye.